Welcome everybody, this is the 3D Printer Chat podcast, the 3D printing podcast for everybody interested in the hobby of 3D printing and making money from 3D printing. And today I want to talk about that last item, the making money from 3D printing, because there's a little bit of a myth going around that it's easy to make money from 3D printing. It is possible, and a lot of people do, but it's not easy. It's not that straightforward, because as well as starting a business, even if you're doing it as a side gig, there's also a lot of competition out there. So there's the same things that happen with every business. You've got to set up the tax side. Are you going to be legally doing this? So do you need to incorporate, or can you be self-employed? How does it affect your family finances? Do you have the equipment? Do you have the materials? Do you have something that people actually want to buy? So you have to do your research. You have to do your tax research, your legal research, and your marketing research. And not all of that is going to be obvious. Not all of that is going to be successful. So it's a business. You're making money. It's a business. You have to find a market. You have to find a market that wants something you can create, something that you can create and sell. So the two main options that people have are selling 3D prints or sell 3D printing services. So we start with 3D printing services. The obvious one is 3D Hubs, 3dhubs.com. And you can set up a store on there where 3D Hubs will refer clients to you to print models that they send you, that you can quote for, and they can send you, and then you send the print back in the material and the quality that they asked for. And that might be a good way of mitigating the cost of your 3D printers, or even coming out ahead and making profit, if you can get clients that are willing to pay what it's worth, and your electricity, your materials, and your time are well compensated. A lot of people don't realize that there is a hidden cost involved in 3D printing. A lot of the customers don't realize how involved it could be, how things can go wrong. They think the prints are going to look like they were vacuum formed or injection molded, and they don't realize that 3D prints need to be finished. They need to be either sanded, painted, coated before they can be used for their intended reason. So you have some customer service issue, there's your time. 3D Hubs will not necessarily send you enough custom. You have to do the marketing. There's a lot of things that go into that. So without going into too much detail, that's 3D Hubs. And 3D Hubs are changing the rules as well. So you probably not want to put all your eggs into 3D Hubs basket. You'll want to sell the services independently. You can make more money if, as well as 3D printing, you can do extra services like 3D design, fixing 3D models, tweaking 3D models. Obviously, if you're going to be printing models that already exist, you have to take into account the IP, the licensing. Is it allowed to be printed? If you're only selling your time and your materials, most people will probably be okay with that, but it's something you have to look into, right? So you could do 3D printing, you could do 3D design. Essentially, you're going to be competing against the bigger 3D hubs, and you're going to be competing against services like Shapeways and local variants. What else can you do? So the other option is selling 3D prints, and the obvious place to go for that is Etsy. Etsy allows you to set up a craft store online, essentially. People sell weaving, they sell textiles, they sell painted art. You can sell 3D prints. So I've set up an Etsy store. Looks like it could be fun. I've got my daughter who, between graduation and college, could help me out with that. So my labour costs don't necessarily have to replace my day job labour costs. I'll probably design my own stuff to put on there, and gonna see what sells because it can be printed on demand. But again, there are things involved. It's still a business. You still have to pay attention to the tax in your state, your country. You have to keep into account, again, shipping costs, shipping ability, things that could break in shipping, and the time it takes to print, the time it takes to ship, the marketing. Are you going to be able to get enough business on Etsy, or are you going to, again, have to build your own customer base and marketing? Marketing is its own job. It's not just creating things and making them, it's also the marketing side. So you have to find the things that will sell. You have to find the people who want them. You have to make the things. You have to make the things in the good enough quality that you can charge enough for it to make it worth your while. You have to package and ship it. You have to deal with returns. All of that has to be taken into account. So it can be fun, can be hard work, not necessarily a guaranteed business. What are the other options? Well, the other options are things like I do. I've got a podcast and a website and a YouTube channel. I get a little bit of income from that. I teach 3D printing. Nobody's paid me so far for teaching 3D printing, but online people do. I've got a course. I sell my 3D printing course and my ebook. So maybe that's an option. You could do local workshops. You don't have to necessarily sell 3D prints or 3D materials or 3D printers or 3D tools. You can sell your knowledge and your expertise, and you can sell your services associated with that. So I mentioned design earlier. Maybe somebody's willing to pay you to fix the printer or show them how to use it. So I wanted to give you an introduction into making money with 3D printing. This isn't an exhaustive list. It's just a quick podcast. But hopefully I've addressed the main myth, which is that you can buy a 3D printer and immediately start making money with it, which is not true. People have done, people have been lucky, but that doesn't necessarily mean it'll be easy for you, and it doesn't necessarily mean it'll be a long-standing business. It could be something that you do for a short while, and then you find the work goes away. So I don't want anybody getting into this with delusions. In future episodes, I'll go deeper into how to start doing this, how to give yourself the best chances of it being successful, and how to set yourself apart from all the competition in the market. So look out for that. In the meantime, please like us, subscribe, share with your friends, and give us a review because it definitely helps.